Hey there, YouTube fam! Welcome back to our channel, The Curiosity Corner, and if you're new here, get ready to join the coolest community on the internet. Today I will show you 7 prison tattoos and their meaning. Did you hear about the guy who got a tattoo of a $100 bill on his face? He wanted to put his money where his mouth is. Now let's get serious. We're going to talk about something that's both fascinating and a bit mysterious: prison tattoos. You see, tattoos can be beautiful works of art, expressing personal beliefs, commemorating loved ones, or just showing off a cool design. But in the world behind bars, tattoos take on a whole different meaning. They're not just body art, they're a coded language, a resume of sorts that can tell you a lot about the person sporting them. From symbols of power and respect, to tales of crime and punishment, each tattoo tells a story. And today we're going to unravel the meanings behind 7 of the most common prison tattoos. So buckle up and brace yourself for some serious ink-spiration. So let's dive into this world of inked secrets and unravel their meanings. First up, we have the classic teardrop. No, it's not because they're big fans of sad movies. Now, this little droplet of ink beneath the eye might seem like a stylish way to show sensitivity, but trust me, it's not a tribute to Nicholas Sparks's novels. The teardrop tattoo is a symbol that carries a heavy weight in the world of prison ink. Generally speaking, it signifies that the wearer has killed someone. So, if you spot a fellow with a teardrop tattoo, it's safe to say they're not shedding tears over the latest tragic romance flick. But the teardrop isn't just a badge of deadly deeds done. In certain circles, it can also represent a loss suffered within the prison walls. Imagine losing a loved one while you're locked up, and you can't attend the funeral, can't say your goodbyes. It's the kind of sorrow that would make even a tough guy shed a tear, hence the tattoo. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not advocating for a teardrop tattoo shopping spree, it's just a dramatic way of illustrating the complex language of body art behind bars. And I know what you're thinking. No, getting a teardrop tattoo won't make you look tough at the local bar. It'll just make people wonder why you're so upset about the notebook. So remember, if you see someone with a teardrop tattoo, they're not just overly emotional. Moving on, we have the 5-point crown. And no, this isn't a tribute to a favorite monarch. Now you might be thinking, a crown? What's so special about that? Well, in the world of prison tattoos, it's not about the kings and queens of yore. This particular design has quite a different connotation. The 5-point crown is often associated with the Latin Kings, one of the largest and most organized Hispanic street gangs in the United States. This tattoo signifies membership and loyalty to the group. Each point on the crown represents one of the 5 core beliefs of the Latin Kings: love, honor, obedience, sacrifice, and righteousness. So if you stumble upon someone with a 5-point crown tattoo, you can be pretty sure they're not just fans of royal headgear. It's a symbol of allegiance, a mark of belonging, and a badge of honor in their circles. So, next time you see a 5-point crown, it's not just a fashion statement. Ever seen 3 dots in a line and thought, oh, that's a minimalist design? Think again. This is not just a stylish punctuation mark or a tribute to the ellipsis. These 3 dots, often found inked on the hand or around the eye, carry a much deeper and darker meaning. They stand for Mi Vida Loca, which translates to my crazy life. Talk about wearing your heart on your sleeve, or in this case, your life on your skin. Now, this isn't the kind of crazy life that involves spontaneous road trips or midnight ice cream runs. No, it's the kind that's typically associated with gang life. It's a symbol of living life on the edge, or sometimes over it. So the next time you spot those 3 little dots, remember, it's not just an abstract design, it's a life story, a declaration and a warning all wrapped up in one. So those 3 dots, they're not just a fan of ellipses. Next up, the spider web. And no, they're not just super fans of Spider-Man. Now let's weave into the intricate world of spiderweb tattoos. Often spotted on elbows or necks, this fascinating piece of inkwork carries a heavy message. It's not about being a Marvel enthusiast or having a love for creepy crawlies. Rather, it signifies time spent behind bars or being caught in the web of the prison system. Picture this, a spider web, representing the prison, with the inmate being the unfortunate fly, trapped and tangled in the complex threads of the system. The wider the web, the longer the sentence, reflecting the inescapable grasp of the prison's confines. It's a visual metaphor, a permanent reminder of a past life, a story inked in skin. And who knew? In the world of tattoos, a spiderweb can tell a tale more compelling than any comic book. So, a spiderweb tattoo? It's not a sign of a web designer. Ever seen a clock with no hands tattoo and thought, oh, they must really hate being on time? Well, let's dial back on the humor a bit and dive into what that intriguing piece of ink truly signifies. It's not about an aversion to alarm clocks or a rebellious stance against the tyranny of the minute hand. Rather, it's a symbol with a more profound and, quite frankly, somber meaning in the world of prison tattoos. The clock with no hands represents a long stretch of time, often symbolizing a life sentence. Imagine a clock, frozen in time, its hands never moving forward. It's a powerful metaphor for being locked away, living a life that feels like it's standing still while the world outside moves on. Therefore, when you spot a clock with no hands tattoo, it's not about someone's dislike for punctuality. It's a stark reminder of a life that has been put on an indefinite pause. So, a clock with no hands? It's not just a dislike for punctuality. Finally, we have the ACAB tattoo. And no, it's not a misspelling of a popular Swedish pop band. Quite a stark contrast there, don't you think? This one is a bit more on the nose, or the knuckles as it were. ACAB stands for All Cops Are Bastards. Now before you get all riled up, remember, we're just the messengers here, providing some ink insight. This tattoo is often seen as a sign of general disdain for law enforcement. It's a bold statement, expressing a sentiment of rebellion and resistance. Now, we're not suggesting that everyone who sports an ACAB tattoo has a personal vendetta against every single police officer. It's more about an opposition to the system as a whole, a critique of institutionalized power structures, if you will. It's important to note that this tattoo, like many others we've discussed, can carry different meanings in different cultures and communities. So, before you go assuming someone's life story based on their body art, remember that tattoos are as diverse as the people who wear them. And while we're on the topic of diversity, let's not forget one of the most unique aspects of the ACAB tattoo. It's one of the few that can be spelled out in a game of Scrabble, although we wouldn't recommend it for family game night. So an ACAB tattoo, it's not just a bad Scrabble hand. Well, there you have it folks, 7 prison tattoos and their not-so-hidden meanings. We started our journey into the world of prison ink with the teardrop tattoo. A common sight, but did you know it can symbolize a variety of things? From a loss in the family, to the wearer's first kill, it's a potent symbol with a heavy backstory. Next, we dove into the 5-point crown, a symbol of respect and status within certain gangs. It's not a tattoo you'd want to sport without earning your stripes first. It's a clear message of power and authority. Then we moved on to the 3 dots tattoo. Often found on the hand or around the eye, it's a simple but powerful symbol of the crazy life of crime and incarceration. It's a stark reminder of the rough-and-tumble world that exists behind bars. Our 4th stop was the spiderweb tattoo. While it's become a popular aesthetic choice in recent years, its origins in the prison system are a bit darker. Traditionally, it represents a struggle with time, entrapment, and feelings of being caught in the web of the system. Then we examined the clock with no hands tattoo. A poignant symbol of doing time, it represents the endless, timeless nature of prison life. A chilling reminder of the reality many inmates face. Our final stop was the ACAB tattoo. An acronym standing for All Cops Are Bastards, it's a bold statement of the wearer's views on law enforcement. Not exactly subtle, but then again, prison tattoos rarely are. And that wraps up our journey into the world of prison tattoos. These 7 symbols offer a glimpse into the complex culture and codes within prison walls. Remember, these tattoos are more than just ink on skin, they're a narrative of life behind bars, each with a story to tell. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share with your friends and subscribe to our channel. And remember, the next time you see a tattoo, it might just have a story to tell. But please, no DIY prison tattoos at home, folks.